The EFL pregame show brought to you by 94.3 KQST Online and Power Water, the drink that keeps you hydrated.
This is the Element Football League on 94.3 KQST for Week 1 with our host, Periodic Patty, and co-hosts Adam Atamos and Nick Nucleus.
Hi everyone, I'm Periodic Patty, and welcome to KQST's EFL pregame show. Only one undefeated team remains on the RFC East. It's the Green Bay Noble Gases, who are on the road today against their top rival, the Chicago Leauge. The second game of our tripleheader today is the rematch of last year's LFC West Championship, the struggling New England Alkis against the Pittsburgh Alkaline Earths. The RFC Central teams will play in our third and final game of the day. The Minnesota Metals will take on the New Orleans Non-Metals. When we return, a great breakdown of today's games.
Dina's Golden Diamonds. Looking for a gift for a special someone? Dina's Golden Diamonds is the place for you. With a wide variety of jewelry, including genuine diamonds, gold, and silver, you can't go wrong.
Hello everyone, it's Periodic Patty, and we're back along with some former EFL players, Adam Atamos and Nick Nucleus. Now every year we start to talk about the Noble Gases getting off on a terrific start. Are they for real this time, Adam?
Oh, I think they're for real, Patty. Like you said before, Noble Gases have been undefeated for quite some time now. They're last year's Super Bowl champs. Everyone wants to be Green Bay fan. They have the strongest defense in the league by far. It's basically impossible for them to react to the other elements, giving them a huge advantage over the game. The first player in the lineup today is number 2, Harold Hilliam. Hilliam is the lightest, therefore he is the fastest player on the Green Bay team.
Moving down the lineup is number 10 Neon, 18 Aragon, 36 Krypton, and 54 Xenon. Last but not least, their strongest player right now is number 86 Reggie Radon. Radon does a great job of knocking out the competition. Most people are going to guess it's because he's highly radioactive. He is definitely a health risk. What does their competition look like, Nick?
Their competition, the Chicago Halligans, have played some great ball games in the preseason, Patty. However, they are very reactive with medals. This may be their easiest game of the season. In order to win the Super Bowl, they will need speed because once they get caught by one of the medals, they form into salt substance, really putting a stop to their defensive game.
The Chicago Halogens starting lineup consists of number 9 fluorine, number 17 chlorine, 36 bromine, 53 iodine, and 85 acetylene. Look out for this team. 3 out of 5 players in the starting lineup are extremely toxic. These include fluorine, chlorine, and iodine. However, iodine solution mixed with potassium iodine creates an antiseptic, useful for cleaning cuts in the sidelines. Wow, boys. Looks like it's going to be an exciting first game.
Yes.
And now, a word from our sponsors. Power Water, along with KQST, is giving away a pair of free headphones from Neodymium Incorporated. These headphones are specially made so that they will not harm your eardrums. Neodymium Inc., the smart way to listen. Call 1-800-KQST-1 and answer the following question to qualify. What percent of the Earth's atmosphere is nitrogen? A, 78%, B, 50%, C, 10%, or D, 95%. Call now with the right answer to enter to win a free stereo system created by Neodymium Inc. welcome back on this fine Sunday afternoon. We just finished talking about the big RFC East game starting at 3 o'clock. Now, on to the LFC West game. The Alkalis versus the Alkalines. I can't even predict what will go on in this game. These teams are very similar. Who are you going to give it to, Adam?
Well, Betty, that's a great question. Like you said, these teams play the same game. Both New England and Pittsburgh have good chances at this one. Each of them are reactive, and they both made up of metals. Let's take a closer look at New England, Alakis. Here's a team made up of softer metals. They are just as reactive as the RFC Chicago Halligans. If just one player loses its one outside electron of energy, it might cost them the game. I feel like their best players right now are number 3, Larry Lithium, is going to be the hardest player to react on, considering it takes a lot more energy to react with him. Number 87, Francium, goes both ways. Francium is the most reactive player on the team. However, he is unstable, causing him to be a very dangerous, destructible player on the field.
The rest of the New England lineup consists of number 11, Sodium, number 19, Potassium, 37, Rubidium, and 55, Cesium. On the flip side of things, Pittsburgh has a great chance of getting the win tonight. These players are great blockers. They're harder and denser than the Alkalines. I'm going to predict that Brian Beryllium, number 4, will have the equivalent talent with Lithium, since they are next to each other in the rankings of the periodic table. I'm also going to predict the same of number 88, Radium, who plays the same position of New England's 87, Francium. I did forget to mention one thing. We are expecting rain around game time, and you all know what that means. We could be getting a fireworks display right on the field. I hope that Pittsburgh knows what's coming to them if the Alkalis get wet. We'll be back with the final game's overview. And we're back on air on this beautiful afternoon. Before the commercial break, Adam just got done previewing our second game of the night, the LFC West matchup tonight. The New England Alkalis versus Pittsburgh's Alkaline Earths. Now for the final game of the night, the Minnesota Metals versus the New Orleans Non-Metals. So Nick, tell me about these two teams.
Well, Patty, these two teams are much different than the previous teams we've talked about today. Each team has few players that should technically be on their team called the Metalists, but since the Metalloids often act as both a metal and a non-metal, the EFL has ordered a draft to be held each year to have equal teams. This year, the Minnesota Metals have drafted number 32 Greg Geranium and 51 Tony Antimony. What do you think about that, Patty?
I think that Antimony will definitely bring some good things to the team. He's heard to be toxic. Now that's a way to wipe out the competition. Following these two metalloids in the lineup are numbers 13 aluminum, 31 gallium, 49 indium, 50 tin, 81 thallium, 82 lead, 83 bismuth, and 84 polonium. How do you feel about New Orleans this season, Adam?
I feel like the non-metals are going to have an advantage over the Minnesota this year. They got 4 draft picks from the metalloids, which include 5 boron, 14 silicon, 33 arsenic, and 50 tellurium. My favorite pick of these 4 would be Andy Arsenic, number 33. This is a very poisonous player that will be the powerhouse for the non-metals. The rest of the non-metal lineups include number 6 carbon, 7 nitrogen, 8 oxygen, 15 phosphorus, 16 sulfur, and 34 selenium. I feel that Minnesota's defensive game will be much better since it is made up of the heavier players. is the heaviest player is 209 atomic mass units. I think the New Orleans will have the better running game, but either way, it should be pretty even matchup.
Thank you, Adam. Well, that concludes this week's Element Football League pregame show. I'm Periodic Patty.
I'm Nick Nucleus.
And I'm Adam Atamos.
Thanks for joining us on 94.3 KQST. Don't forget to tune in to the first game of the day, coming right at you from the right side of the periodic table at 3 o'clock. Reigning Super Bowl champs, the Green Bay Noble Gases versus the Chicago Halogens. This is Periodic Patty. See you next EFL Sunday.
I hope. I'll let you try it again.